Havena mentioned sites like this might contain Angaran relics. We should search it.
I've seen this before. It may be Angaran.
Avela will want to see this.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Well executed! think Lexi wanted to speak to you.
Wasn't Gavorgum some Krogan hero?
Hero? More like a lucky idiot.
Maybe they named the system after him because of the nebula. That bit there looks like a Krogan.
I don't know. I see it.
Now orbiting Gadara.
Turn my back for 1 second. Need something?
I was told you could help me find an Angara named Lieta.
No can do.
Why not?
I was generously compensated to keep my mouth shut. I'm a man of my word. I'm sure you understand.
Why would she pay you to cover her trail?
Not my job to ask questions. She wouldn't have told me anyway. We weren't exactly friends, but she treated me like a stranger the day she left. I shouldn't be telling you this. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Either you help me, or Sloane hears about you taking credits out of her pocket.
You're bluffing.
You willing to test that?
Nope. I can't tell you where she went. I can't stop you from taking a peek at my doc records either. Especially if you knew the passcode is 1837.
Got it. Thanks.
I don't know what you mean.
Thanks for your time. Jarl, the records say Lieta went to Aya for recovery. She was injured.
It must have been bad if she was sent to Aya.
What happened on Eladin?
There's a resistance med center on Aya. That's where we'll find answers.
Keep walking, asshole. This stuff's mine. Ryder.
Koro wanted to check in with you.
Now orbiting Gadara.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
How do I decontaminate?
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
You're not supposed to be here.
Lieta? You're tough to track down.
How do you know my name? What do you want?
Rorik was worried about you. He sent me to give you this cryo bracelet.
I don't want it. Take it away. I want nothing to do with Rorik. With any of you.
I'm guessing that's because of what happened on Eladin.
You know what happened?
Not everything, but I have an idea.
I was dumped by scavengers. Outsiders who left me for dead. I thought I could come to Aya and feel safe with my people. Forget what happened. And now you're here. Seems like no matter where I go, I can't escape outsiders. All of you need to just go away and leave me alone.
I can't change your mind if that...
It is.
So I should tell Rorik you aren't coming back.
No, don't. He'd blame himself if he knew what happened. It's your choice, but think about it.
I assume you're the human, everyone. If you're looking for treatment, unless you can make use of the ion beds,
Is there something special?
they're filled. The gel works without
Think it'd work on?
without bioelectricity. It would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
Can you point me...
So you're considering all possibilities. Jal is in good. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injury. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
I'll get moving.
Everything's fine, Taoshe. Stop worrying.
Good to see you. Wish I could join in down there. I could use a workout.
Let's go over this again, everyone.
Pathfinder, Ephra cleared you to purchase weapons over my objections.
Hey, selling an alien weapons would make me nervous too.
I don't do this for Ephra. I respect the Moshae.
Arbiter Renav told me to expect you. I prepared a datapad detailing our laws. Read it fully.
Pathfinder? As you can imagine, your arrival raised concerns from Aya's people.
It'll take a long time.
Which is why they want the Nexus to... We've set up terminals in the city so people can... I'd appreciate if you take a look and forward their communication.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. Tan out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like.
You've had it far. I hear you're to thank for our new time. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong...
Maybe you can help. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how... He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angara...
What happened?
I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
How many of our people have...
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work.
That's huge.
It's more than I expect. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily... I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
What's our end goal for...
A strong alliance. Helios is the Angara's home. We need them as allies, and they could...
Show them we're not...
Historically, we need to break that cycle.
That's all for now.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ease off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by...
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to...
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
I detect the infrared dye Silvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our...
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal, time of change. It worked well, until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Good to see you. Any news on what happened to...
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who...
I've heard of it. Why?
Angar are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Oh, we have to do something.
We could let Angar who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our... Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director Ten immediately. I'm here if you need...
Pathfinder.
Something I can do for you?
I'll get moving.
Have a look. Unrefined goods on sale right here. Make them your own.
Indulge in a little luxury. Haribo fresh from the vine.
When you have a Pathfinder, this is a tremendous... I must express my admiration for all you've done. Navigating the Scourge. The odds were... Yet here we are. I am Mariko Darej, Chief Voneron. A Voneron? That's very... Ah, linguistics. I am a celestial observer. An astronomer? We deploy satellites that alert us to new... But we've lost contact with several key observers. I sent a vessel to scan their last known location. Your Tempest is highly advanced. I hoped you could aid our search.
I knew you'd understand. And when I can finally
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus.
What brings you to Aya?
Your survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's... I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies.
They let me into the city?
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food. They've requested Kiloa seeds to begin their own crops.
I'll make sure to get those...
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacteria. A medic in the city should be able to...
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Eladin's water purifier can't keep up with demand. They're requesting one of those Angaran ionic filters. There are engineers who work in the aqueducts here. I'll bet they have...
On it. One filter coming up.
Materials for us to design.
Do you work on water filtration here?
I designed the system for it.
Can you sell me an ionic filter? My people need it on Eladin.
If they're tough enough for Eladin, they deserve help. Here.
I'm so glad you're back. I'm in one piece this time.
I managed to find an ionic filter for Eladin. Make sure they get it.
I'll get this delivered right away. They'll be relieved to have enough water. More of your outposts need help, if you have time. Vold's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. The solar amplifier would give them a boost. The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find. You work on the solar panels? Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Ryder.
You came back.
I have bad news.
Thank you for confirming how he died. You have his supplies?
Keldo ran weapons for the Resistance. You were his contact.
Good, good. Continue.
Aphra asked you to test me. See how I'd handle myself.
I told him you were smart.
The Ket had your weapons. I got them back.
Yes. All of them. And Keldo's killer's dead. This is good. You're honest, Pathfinder. Reliable. I'll tell Aphra you did well.
How many more of these tests do I have to pass?
We don't trust outsiders. But maybe we can work with you. Need to get the weapons where they belong, but... Keldo would want me to help you. I have things you can use, and I want to see your credits for myself. Trade?
Think I'm getting the better deal. All you walk away with is a number.
True. But who knows what that number will be worth someday. My inventory's open to you. Anything you need.
Cora wanted to check in with you.
Did you hear the news from Eos? Asari refugees showed up at the outpost. Only a few, but that's better than none. Bradley says there's an officer in charge, Hidaria. She could know where the Ark is.
We'll head to Eos and see what she knows.
Good. Rumor says Sarissa Theris was on the Asari Ark. Exactly who we need.
Who's she?
Probably the best commando strategist alive. Her biotic shields saved hundreds at the Battle of Kirkus. Apparently, Sarissa's acting as bodyguard to the Asari Pathfinder. She's probably got a plan out of this mess already.
I'll take someone with that much experience. Another reason to find the Ark.
When you're ready to look, we can catch Hidaria at Prodromos. Wouldn't mind tagging along.
I'm picking up something. Probe away. I found something.
According to that astronomer on Aya, a satellite should be here.
I'm not detecting anything. If it was here, it's gone.
You mean destroyed?
I mean, gone. Destruction would leave debris. We've got nothing. Let's try another nav point.
Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Back where we really started. What's new on our first home?
The Kett still maintain a presence. Skirmishes are frequent, and travel requires caution.
I've got a cure for that. Next.
The atmosphere continues to clear, but radioactive hazards pool in some areas. Study is ongoing. And Remnant remain active on the surface, but also as detected by seismic readings.
Point of contact for all this?
Your people, Pathfinder. Prodromos is expanding, with all the trials and discovery that building an outpost represents.
Armed them well enough.
All data about newly accessible EOS is from their work.
Well, let's make sure it gets the attention it deserves. Someone left a warning. Looks like a work crew thinks they can take control of the Remnant.
That's an
Armed and armored. Good for you. I could have used that ordnance a few weeks ago.
I'm Ryder, the human Pathfinder.
Lieutenant Harper. We're looking for the Asari Ark.
So am I. Watching the skies every day, praying they survived the Kett.
The evidence pointed to the Kett being involved.
The way pain is involved when you get burned.
What happened?
The Kett chased our Ark across the cluster. But these weren't their regular soldiers. They were hunters. Elite killers.
Being hunted by an elite anything isn't fun. What were they after?
I don't know. I'm a junior. I just do what they tell me. A bridge officer, Sarissa something, gave the evacuation order. Hundreds of people, all trying to flee. It was...
Where could we look for the Ark?
We lost track. But they launched a ship to help evacuees, and her crew would know. You'd have to find her. Follow the transponder, maybe.
Consider it done. Focus on taking care of yourselves.
The ship's called the Parafona. I'll give you her transponder codes and last flight plan. Thank you. It's good to see the Kett aren't the only ones winning.
Pity your first outpost had to be military, but I see why.
The Kett... Sam, another memory prompt?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Right. I'll bother you a minute. August said you might swing by. Right, yes? Dr. Ramirez, run the clinic here on Eos. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. He was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-in colonies. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
Why did you join the Andro...
I knew this seemed like a better frontier.
What's it like living...
More rewarding than I thought. I have to be on the lookout for any new diseases, sure. But I know exactly who... Come back in. Right. I'll bother you a minute. Word is we've got neighbors on a beautiful paradise planet.
Tempted to move?
My clinic's staying put. There's no place like home. And Eos is it. Did you need something?
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.
believe we made it.
Work rosters. That datapad mentioned the name Jennings. Here, Axel Jennings. Assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert. Too many locations to check them all. We need to narrow it down.
Right. I'll bother you a minute. Ryder.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.
This definitely treated wounds caused by a remnant. That datapad said the work crew tried to control them.
Sand particles were removed from the wound. Analyzing. Comparing with locations from the work roster, it's likely the injury occurred near a monolith.
Let's go.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
No sign of that work crew, but someone left their gear behind. Wait, I've got an open comm channel.
Easy money. Once the electrical charge builds up, we'll have ourselves some nice obedient remnant.
You better be sure this time, Jennings.
If you're that spooked, go hide behind the four giants. I'm busy.
Damn it, we've got to find them before they get themselves killed.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
We had a legend that formations like this were from the weight of the sky, long before the Scourge.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Help us! Please!
Great timing. Thanks for the assist.
Your experiment with the Remnant didn't work out.
Huh. Okay, who squealed? Gasparic? Yeah, I bet. These Remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Kett. You control them, why shouldn't we?
How many people need to get hurt before you stop this?
Pathfinder's got a point, Jennings.
Fine. But you can't protect us all the time, Pathfinder. Out here, we need every edge we can get.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
We lost a lot of worlds to this scourge. Seeing one more or less reclaimed is strange.
A hard world, but you can get used to anything if you try.
People want to come here, just like they wanted to come to Andromeda, except now they'll know what they'll find.
Recording nav points for survey beacon placement. A trivial task.
Wasn't trivial to this technician. Lotus Protocol. The job doesn't go unfinished.
Job started. Another step forward. Keep it up, Dad.
Sam, what am I hearing?
Technician Eric Camber's beacon protocols. They appear to include recorded motivational logs.
I hope your colonists don't just work. These worlds need normal life.
Eos will have holidays, once we figure out the seasons.
I'm trying to look at the potential. In 50 years, this could be a beach vacation.
Progress made, whatever it is. Each day, one at a time. You'll be fine.
Okay, where's this going?
First outpost. It must mean something to you.
Hopefully, Prodromos sets a high bar.
Aya is watching what happens on Eos very closely.
progress, right, Dad? Probably simple, but in a new galaxy, and after I...
What's this doing in a Ket camp?
Judging by the damage, the Ket were extracting data. This core is too damaged to properly read what they received.
Then we'll just have to find more.